Hey, what's up, everybody? Good morning. It's Travis Johnson for What's Really Good. I'm here live at the Diddy sentencing, and let me just show you. Let me show you how crazy it is. So I'm going to try to show you what I'm walking past. So on one side of the street, on this side of the street, across from the courthouse, you have all of the major media. So you have NBC, ABC, CBS, CNN, anybody, Telemundo, anybody that you can think about that would be a major news outlet. They're actually on this side of the street across from the courthouse. So we're walking past just several cameras set up. Everybody's here. Some people are actually going live right now, I guess. Some people are doing their report now. Try to give you a nice view. And it is very crowded. I'm about to take you across the street. It is, and as you're gonna see, it is it's calm, but there's a lot of people. It is jam packed. By no means like it's not a small thing. It is a huge thing. It's historic. It's historic, and that's why so many people are out here right now. So I'm gonna show you what across the street looks like, what it looks like in front of the courthouse. So like I said, not whoa, I had a bee on me. But like I said, not pandemonium, but very, very crowded, very busy. And I'm gonna go across the street. I'm gonna go across the street to where the line is. I'm gonna try not to get hit. Can report to you if I'm hit. So I'm gonna walk, and right now, this is the line. This is the line in front of the courthouse to go in the courthouse. So I showed you what it looked like across the street, but this is the line. This is what it looks like right in front of the courthouse. Okay, and I'll take you right to the front entrance. So this area that I'm showing you now is the area that the family members will pull up, and as you can see, I'm gonna peek in. As you can see, they walk right down here. They walk right directly into the courtroom. So everybody's here. Somebody is probably about to arrive. It could be a family member. It could be an attorney. We're not really sure, but let me show you what's going on over here. So you have folks waiting online. You have media. Everybody's really waiting for the arrival. Usually they're waiting for the arrival of family members, and it looks like no, this is not one of the family members, but it could be. If it is, if one of the family members come while I'm speaking to you, I'll definitely run back up and show you. But I want you to see what the rest of the line looks like.
I think a lot of those girls knew what they were doing,
So, like I said, it's not pandemonium, but it's definitely very crowded. I'm going to turn around and show you what it looks like. To show you what it looks like behind me. I appreciate you for letting me film last week. All right. Yeah. So just take a look. Take it all in. As I said, it makes sense because it's an historic day. We have a media and fashion mogul, somebody who most of us have probably known a great deal of our life, and today a decision will be made on how long he's gonna spend in prison, which is probably something that most of us never thought that we'd even be considering. I didn't think I'd be here today, but we're here, and I'm going to be here all day. I'm going to be here all day. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to definitely let you know what's going on. But this is what's going on right now. So this is the line. This is still the line outside. So well, just a lot of, like I said, just a lot of people on that line. Everybody is here. I don't even see a lot of people really speaking about the sentence, because most of us that are here right now are probably just like me. We have no idea what's going to happen. There's so many things that have happened, from jury selection to the testimony to back and forth with the bail hearings, with last week coming in for the hearing, deciding whether he was going to be acquitted or get a new trial. So many things have happened. So I'm thinking that a lot of people on this line are just as, we're all curious, but I think a lot of people on this line, we really don't know what's going to happen. I mean, there's different, of course, everybody has their own opinion. We have different things that may lead you to think A, B, or C, but nobody really knows what's going to happen today. I'm trying to stay with you so that we can maybe catch the arrival of some of the attorneys. I spoke to Brian Steele last week. I'm hoping that I get an opportunity to speak to him for you today. But if I'm not able to do that, I will definitely be back outside as soon as there is some type of decision. Okay, so I just want you to take in a little more of the area. Like, I guarantee you, some of your favorite reporters, some of your favorite YouTubers are definitely out here today. So that people, I mean, there's even some people on the line that have really brought us some good news. Everybody is waiting to go inside right now. So I'm just going to take a walk around again and show you the line one more time in hopes that we get an arrival. Like I said, I'm waiting for one of the attorneys to show up. I'm waiting for one of the family members to show up at this point. I mean, it looks like when I peer down, I don't want to sound funny. But I even see the Punisher. The Punisher, as you remember, was one of the escorts. I'm going to walk down and I'm going to show you. Hey, this is what we're here for. So I'm actually going to turn the camera around. He's actually speaking to folks right now, and I'm going to let you hear what he's saying.
Everybody had the same experience I had, where nobody saw any force coercion, and that's the point, right? If he's convicted of transportation, so it almost seems like if he gets a long sentence, that's like he did get convicted of trafficking, you know.
By you saying that, do you also get the sense that judge is biased towards it's a little bit biased? He leans towards the prosecution with the $50 million bail being denied and him still being here after those big charges got dropped. Do you think that there's a little bit of an extra?
So I won't call it bias per se, but in federal cases, the judge can take in consideration everything that was said in the case when given a sentence, and it's clearly he's doing that, right? If he gets a lot of years, he's convicted of trafficking. I mean, he's convicted of transportation, but it's probably domestic violence influence. It's probably, a lot of people went up there with a lot of ugly things to say. Now, should you go to jail for a long period of time for being a bad person? No, right? You're supposed to commit a crime, but it seems like that's influencing it if it's a long.
So what do you want to happen today?
Like I said, look, I'm somebody that I respect the law, right? It's supposed to be precedents. I don't think anybody here can honestly say somebody just convicted of trafficking, of transportation should get multiple years ago, So that's how I say it. Thanks.
Thank you. Wait, we're going to get one more question.
He's not unusual in his request as far as like hiring, outside people to come into.
And Brian Steele is actually walking up. Super Attorney Brian Steele, how you doing today, bro?
How's Diddy feeling today? Can we get the scoop? Anything new that's going on right now at the moment?
Bye, everybody. All right. See you in a bit. See you in a bit, Brian.
Thank you.
I mean, all right. You see what's going on. As a matter of fact, look at this guy standing next to me right here. Who's this gentleman right here? Everybody knows. Can wait. I want them to get a great view of you, so I want to turn away from that. Yeah, I want to turn away from that.
Who don't go, man? We live, man. Who don't go? We all live. We out here with the bro. You already know. Make sure y'all subscribing and supporting this brother and everything that he's doing, man. The network, the podcast, everything. Any way that I could be beneficial, I'll be also stepping in and doing what I got to do. We here today. Diddy's trial, sentencing day. It is all coming to the climax today. Prosecution seeking 11, maybe 3 months or so. The probation office is saying 5 to 7 years, which is crazy. So that's looking like that could possibly be the ceiling or the floor for him. Who knows what the judge is going to say? The defense is still pushing for their 14 months, maybe close to that, maybe some home detentions or something like that, whatever they're going to be trying to say. Who knows how it's going to really go for them? I know the impact statements are going to be impactful. Who knows if some of the victims come in and say something and speak for themselves, and that's going to be very impactful as well. I mean, if the victims come in and speak, there's some people saying Capricorn is going to speak, one of the people are going to come speak, because, the prosecutors can read the statements out, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So if it hit different when the person that's saying the thing or the person's reading it, even though it's going to be real words, I think that'll hit different. Yeah, man, I just think it's a lot of things that the judge has to weigh on his mind, but I think that the judge probably knows maybe what he wants to do in this. I think it's been a long ordeal, this whole thing, and everybody's just waiting to get it put behind them. I think Diddy as well is trying to put this in the past, and the judge and everybody's just trying to put this case behind them now. So today's the day. You know what I mean? I'm going to be inside the court. I'm going to be in Diddy's trial, so in Diddy's court, so I cannot get out after I leave. Look at this beautiful woman right here, Gloria. Check Gloria. I love you. She's such a doll every time I ever see her. Hello, Queen. Oh, I love you. How you feeling today? You all right? That's all I want to know. Is how you doing? You always treat me very well, and I appreciate you. All right?
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
I have 2 civil lawsuits against Sean Diddy Combs,
Yeah, I know.
and we represented a number of other alleged victims of Mr. Combs who spoke to law enforcement and were willing to testify, but the court limited the number of alleged victims who could testify. So I'm here today because many of them are afraid if, in fact, Sean Diddy Combs is released. And of course, the defense is asking for that, asking for 14 months, which, with credit for time served, he would then be released by the end of this year.
Yeah.
And they're afraid because they're afraid that.
Who's afraid? The victims?
Some of the victims are afraid that because he knows their names, because the defense was given their names as potential witnesses, that he may get out and try to retaliate against them. So many of them are in fear of that, and they'd like to see justice served. And they couldn't be here today because they don't necessarily live in New York, and that's why I'm here.
Do you think Donald Trump will pardon President Trump? Do you think President Trump will pardon Diddy?
I don't know what President Trump will do.
Are you concerned about that?
I don't know if President Trump knows what he's going to do. I think he indicates that he has the power to do it, which we know. We don't know if he will do that. Certainly, that would be very upsetting to many victims because they want justice, and many of them would not think that was justice. And justice is also very important to their growth and to the trauma that they have faced. And so I think that would be an injustice, but obviously if that's something that President Trump wishes to do, then he'll do it. He seemed to be upset that although he had met Sean Diddy Combs at an earlier time and they were very cordial with each other, that when it came to the election, Sean Diddy Combs endorsed Kamala Harris and not President Trump. So we'll see what happens.
Gloria, if you had a moment with the president, what would you say to him to try to gently persuade him not to be involved?
I think that many victims would be very upset, and if his daughter or granddaughters had been victims and had spoken to him about it, I think that he would not have wanted to pardon them. Given, what Cassie said in her letter, that there was so much abuse, that there was forced sex, that, it was very upsetting to her that the jury did not believe the sex trafficking and RICO charges. But, that's their right. We have to respect that. But the court could consider what we all saw, that video of his beating her when she tried to escape and dragging her by the hair. And according to Cassie Ventura, that was only one of many beatings that he inflicted on her, according to her testimony.
Gloria, the letter that she wrote to the judge. Tell us about that from the heart. How significant is it?
That was very, very moving. I read it a number of times. I also read Mr. Combs' letter. Mr. Combs did not appear to show remorse toward the victims. He did say that he's reborn now that he's spent some time in prison, and so he's looking for some mercy from the court. So we'll have to see what the court does. Obviously, the prosecutors want more than 11 years, and the probation office wants less than that. So they're somewhere in between, the prosecutors and the defense, but the court will make its own decision. It heard all the evidence. It was there. It's hard to forget what everyone saw in the video, and also the testimony of Cassie, 9 months pregnant.
Yeah. So as you can see, that was Gloria Allred, and she had a lot to say. She had a lot to say about why she was actually hit today. So it looks like the line is moving a little bit. Behind me, you can actually see Torre. Torre is behind me right now in line, and like I said, there's a lot of folks. There's a lot of folks here. A lot of folks are here for different reasons, but the main reason that everybody is here to see is that sentencing. Once we hear it, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will have a lot to say about it. There will be a million different things going on, but I mean, you can tell, you can hear by the anxiety in me that the tension is not the tension, but the energy. The energy is rising. The energy is rising right now. The line has gotten a little longer. As I said, I'm going to swing back around, and this is Torre. Now, Torre has actually, he's had his different opinions about Diddy. So I was absolutely sure that I was going to see him here at some point today. So maybe when this is over, maybe when the decision is in, maybe we can get a word or two from him. And I'm just going to walk around. I'm just going to walk around a little more. But we heard from Gloria Allred. They still have her kind of locked off here. She was gracious enough to continue speaking to everybody. I'm going to try to take you back up to the front. Somebody, maybe we have an SUV coming in. I don't know who it is, but it could potentially be an attorney. It could be a family member. I'm not really 100% sure. I'm going to turn around if you. Okay, not really sure who it is. Looks like it could be a potential. Looks like they could be potential family members. I'm not 100% sure. As a matter of fact, that's Sean Combs' mom. If you can quickly see her, I'm gonna try to get in here and get a little view for you. Okay, so that's Miss Combs going into court right now, and people are scrambling to try to get another view. I'm gonna get one more view, but go. Here she is. So that's Puff Moms. That's Janice Combs entering the court. So she usually comes by herself, and then Diddy's children coming by themselves as well. So I'm pretty sure that soon we'll be seeing the arrival of the children. They should probably be somewhere in the area right now. I'm gonna try to I'm gonna swing around. I'm gonna try to say, hey, what's up, bro? I'm gonna try to stay on so that I can potentially get that arrival. Maybe I can. I mean, my legs are still working pretty good. It's early in the morning, but I'm doing pretty good right now. And I may as well speak to Talia. I'm standing right next to Talia of BGF Creative. She's obviously rather here as a publicist to find out what's going on. I just wanted to know if there was anything that you wanted to say. I know you probably don't have a lot to say right now on this side of things, but is there anything that you want to say prior to going in?
Good morning. We're just waiting to see what the day brings, and hopefully the outcome will be fair and just. That's what I have to say.
I'm gonna take that and I'll accept that and hold on to that until after a decision has been rendered. Okay, so I didn't think that we were going to get an opportunity to see the Punisher today. That was a surprise. That was a surprise. We call that a surprise visit, right, from the Punisher. So down on this end, if for all you YouTubers down on this end, if I swing around right here, a lot of you probably know Tisa Tells. She's there. Here she is. She's all set up, right? So I know she has a lot of fans. There she is. She's live. She's here at the courthouse, and she's set up and she's doing a report. I know she's going to have a lot to say at the end. So right now she's probably just setting it up. And just like the rest of us, she's probably very interested in what is going to be happening here today. Like I said, this is I mean, I don't blame this many people for being right down here right now. Like I said, this is definitely part of history. I'm 55 years old. Um, I've obviously known of Sean Combs since the beginning of the 90s, which is quite so many years. So, like I said, a lot of these people out here have, if you want to say it like that, they've sort of grown up. They've grown up with Bad Boy. They've grown up with Diddy. Okay, I'm gonna see. I got a couple of words from the Punisher. I'm gonna see if I can get a couple of words from anybody else if they're out here. Maybe I'll go on this side and head up towards the front of the line. All right. I haven't come up this side yet. Let's see if we can get a view from this side. As you can see, everybody's here. Everybody's reporting. As I said, this is where. So behind me is where they will actually enter, and that's the family members and the attorneys will actually enter into the court building. Okay, I'm gonna go on this side. I haven't been on this side at all yet. All right. Yep. So it looks like we everybody, well, on this side, not inside, but it looks like everybody outside is really just kind of trying to wait for the arrival of the rest of the family members. As I said, Janice Combs, Puffy's mom, has already gone inside. So at this point, we're probably just waiting to see probably just waiting. That's a crazy glare. We're probably just waiting to see the kids at this point. Excuse me. Yep. So I'm gonna walk back down this end. And you know what? I think at this point, I mean, we saw Brian Steele enter. We saw Nicole Westmoreland enter. We've seen Puffy's mom enter. I think at this point, I'm gonna shut down, and I will absolutely be back to let you know what's happening. As soon as the decision is rendered. Thanks.
Ready? Your time starts now.